Hey guys, I'm back. This is my friend Victoria. She just moved here, and today we're gonna do the military spouse tag. So I'm gonna ask her the questions first, then she's gonna answer, and then I'll answer. How did you and your husband meet?
We went to high school together. We were in a club together, and we went to the same summer camp.
Nice.
And we met through that.
Okay, so me and my husband met because I threw a snowball at the back of his head on the school bus. I hit him in the back of the head with the snowball because I was trying to hit the girl in front of him, and I hit him instead.
Great love story.
Yes, beautiful. He actually said that in our wedding vows. He was like, "From the day you hit me in the head with the snowball." I'm not even kidding. Okay, so how old were you when you guys met?
So I think I was 16 and he was 17. It was our junior year of high school.
Nice. We met in high school too. And I was 17 and he was 15, so he was a sophomore and I was a senior.
Cougar.
That's what everybody calls me. Okay, how long have you guys been together?
So we've been together for 5 years. We've been married for 4.
Together for 8 years and married for 5. And you guys are originally from?
We are from Ohio.
All my friends are from Ohio. We are from California. We both were born and raised in LA. We ended up moving with our opposite parents is when we met each other in the Central Valley. How did you feel about him joining the military?
I was okay with it. He didn't really know at first. He started college a little bit after we graduated. And he decided to do it, and I was just like, if you want to do it, I'm good with it. I'll support you.
Same. Same here. I was working, I waited for 2 years because he was still in high school. So I worked for a while. When I graduated, the economy was really bad. There was no way I could afford an apartment. And then when he graduated, he went to college for a little bit, but where we lived, our houses were 45 minutes to an hour from the city of where the college was, so it just got way too expensive, and he kind of knew he was going to join anyway, so he did. Where was basic training? Same for both of us.
San
Antonio. Has he deployed?
Yeah, he's deployed twice so far.
Mine has only deployed once, but he has TDY'd 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, he's only TDY'd a couple of times too, so.
Swear mine lives on TDYs. Have you been to any of his promotion ceremonies?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe
Soon.
the next one, yeah.
The next month, hopefully.
Yeah.
I have been to 2 of them, I think. Yeah. How long have you been a military wife?
4 years.
4 years. And you got married 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Same. Okay, so how did he propose?
Okay, so we talked about before that we were gonna get married. So it wasn't, he surprised me with the time, but we knew that we were gonna get married.
You basically just do it for tradition.
Yeah. So it's not the coolest story, but I was getting in the refrigerator, and when I closed the door, he was down on one knee with the ring. So.
But it's still a surprise because you're not prepared.
Yeah. So
I even knew that he was about to propose. I already knew.
Yeah.
So I was already pregnant. He was already leaving for boot camp.
Yeah, I was already pregnant.
Yeah, he was already leaving. We knew.
That's a really recurring theme.
Yeah, it is, especially with the military, I swear. But we already knew we were gonna get married, and obviously, or we wouldn't have had a kid.
Yeah.
And he had already had his date to leave. So his date to leave was February 14th. His birthday was February 11th. So we just got back. It was February 13th. We had just got back from visiting his family in LA, and we came home and we went to Walmart to buy our Valentine's gifts for each other. So we separated and then checked out and then met back at the car.
Yeah.
And then we went home that night, and he was like, okay, go make me soup or dinner or something. I'm gonna set up your Valentine's gifts. And I was like, okay, cool. But I had already had pretty much my engagement ring. I was already wearing it.
Yeah.
He gave it to me as a Christmas present. So he came back out of the room and was like, hey, give me your ring. So I already knew. But the part that was really sweet about it was that I didn't know that he was recording the whole thing.
Oh.
So now I have it recorded, and the room is really dark, and you can't hear a single thing we're saying, and I'm pregnant, and he's leaving the next day, so I'm crying. But it was cute because at the very end, he was like, okay, turn and say hi to the camera, and I was like, oh, that's really cute. So now I'll have it forever.
That is sweet.
So it's I knew it was happening, but he still he said,
still
it's
kind of surprised.
Right. Where did you get married?
We got married in a courthouse, just the 2 of us, with some mayor. I don't even know who he was. Just quick, and
Yeah.
We got married the month before he left for BMT.
Gotcha.
So
Same. Well, we got married after BMT.
Yeah.
But same courthouse wedding in San Antonio, Texas. But the nice thing about it was he did like tell me to go get a real wedding dress.
Oh, that's good.
None of my family was there, which made me really sad, but I knew like September we were supposed to have our real one, and we never had a real one.
I know.
And now it's 5 years later. We were supposed to have our 5th year like wedding anniversary, have our wedding, but then we got orders to England, so now we're here and couldn't have it. So he's making me wait till 10, and I guarantee you at 10 he's gonna make me wait till 15. So
I know.
I will forever resent him for that, but because I'm not a dressy kind of girl, but when it comes to like prom and weddings and like dresses, I dream about it. It's not that important to him. So, okay, let's see. How old were you when you got married? Now I have to think about it.
I think I was 18 and he was 19.
He was 19 and I was 20, turning 21 the next month. And 6 months pregnant when I got married.
I was 5 months
Were
pregnant.
You cannot tell in my dress, which is really sad actually, because I tried my wedding dress on a little while ago, not being pregnant, and it will not zip. But I was 6 months pregnant, and that makes me sad. Did he wear his uniform on your wedding day?
No.
No, because he didn't.
Yeah, he wasn't in yet.
Mine did, because it was like the day
he had to wear it.
He had to wear it. Where is your spouse currently stationed? England.
Yeah.
Well, what base is your?
We're at Meldon Hall.
And we're at Lake and Heath. Do you live on base?
No. We're almost neighbors.
Yeah, we're almost neighbors. We're right down the street. The wait list is like ridiculously long. Except you got offered a house, which is crazy.
A house, but I think
it would have been on a base that's
at
like
a different base, like far away. And the housing I heard wasn't the greatest.
No. How long were you married before your first separation?
I mean a month, because he went to basic training,
yeah, I was
and
gonna
then right
say.
after that he went to tech school. So
yeah, I guess like same, because I went back home and didn't see him again for like 2-3 months. But yeah, he went to tech school and like did all that. So
yeah,
and I had the baby. So like, was he there when you had Lada?
So he wasn't
that's
supposed to be, because he was still in tech school, but I ended up getting induced because I thought I had preeclampsia. So I was able to like call the Red Cross and say that I was having an emergency induction. So they flew him in for that, which was
I
really
wish that I would have thought about the Red Cross, but Caesar was like, well, I'm not like deployed, so you can't use the Red Cross, but you could. So I scheduled my induction, and I had the baby 2 days before he was due to come home, because he was gonna fly in the same day of my induction.
Yeah.
But I went in for my last check, and I had like no fluid in my baby, so they had to induce me, and so he didn't get to see her till she was 2 days. Like, that's Elena May, you were crazy. Let's see. What is your favorite base so far? I mean, everybody's gonna know that mine is Oregon. Like, come on, there's no.
We've only been at one other duty station before this, and it was Little Rock, Arkansas, and a lot of people have terrible things to say about it, but I loved it. Like, I left a piece of my heart back in
how I feel in
Arkansas.
Oregon. Do you think, like, you guys, if you moved home and, like, separated, would you go back to Ohio, or would you go, like, to Arkansas?
I don't know, I would probably go back to, I don't know if we'd go back to Ohio, though.
No.
I mean, all of our family is there, but neither one of us were, like, super crazy about it.
Yeah.
So
the only reason would be family, but there's no way I would live back in California. They say it takes about a year to like it here, so be prepared, because you're just not gonna like it unless you put in for this and like you requested this, which I did not.
We like it so far, but
it's not the worst. Seymour is way worse, but but it's not the best either. I'm like a mountains, waterfall, lakes kind of girl, and you can't like, it's flat and it's humid, and it reminds me of the East Coast, and I'm obviously a West Coast girl, so
yeah,
it makes it harder.
That's why I don't mind it.
But do you think your spouse looks good in his uniform? No.
Oh, yeah. No, listen.
No, I don't.
He hasn't done it yet, but my birthday is in like 4 days, so I keep telling him the like firefighter like calendars of him, like just when his like pants, you know. He thinks I'm crazy.
Caesar would kill me.
No,
Caesar would murder me. I mean, obviously, like, he looks good on anything. He's my husband, so
yeah.
But I think his ABUs look way better than his blues, and I actually think his coveralls look way better than his ABUs.
Yeah.
Like, the dirtier he looks, the better. If your boots aren't black, you're not working. Do you think military life is more advanced than civilian life? This question's kind of confusing, but
What does that even mean?
I don't think it's more advanced. I actually think it's like sets you back. Like everything is harder. Everything is like civilian life. Everything's just like things are just easier because people come up with ways to make life easier.
But I mean, once you get used to all that stuff, it just becomes like normal,
Hard
and then it's not hard. But if you're just coming in as a civilian, or like reminiscing, or maybe trying to make that transition, I can see how it'd be really, really hard.
Yeah, like if this is, I feel bad for the people that this is their first base. It's hard. Like it's gotta be hard. This is my third, and I'm already like, there has to be an easier way to do things. You have to be prepared to not go and get one thing done that day. Like that one thing is gonna take you all day because you have to do this first, but nobody told you can't, you know? So it's hard. In some ways, like I think our aircraft and like our, it's more advanced than other.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like 15 has never been shot down more. Like, that's pretty cool. But
U.S. #1.
Yes. Do you have a lot of military wife friends? Well, we both just kind of moved here. I prefer like less of like good friends less than a lot of friends
I don't even mind not having like a lot of acquaintances because I'd rather have like my like circle of like my go-to people.
Especially with
really
kids,
trust.
like you need to have, like you don't want to be having people just coming in and out of their lives all the time, you know. And it's hard too because not only do you want to get along with the wife, like the husbands, you want the husbands to get along, and you want the kids to get along. So
we're a match made in heaven.
Yes, our husbands get along. Me and your husband gets along. You and my husband are like the same human being. Our kids get along. We both have girls. I have 2 girls. She has 2 girls. So it's like works out perfect. The hardest part about military life.
I think, well, I don't know. I think just being like that, like a single parent,
that's what
when they're like deployed or like TDY, it does get easy, but that transition is really, really tough. And it hurts you and it hurts your kids. But once you get into your groove, you're just, you know, on autopilot.
Yeah, and I am a single parent. Like, not that he's not here. He's here and he's
still
a
like
great father. And he's
like Skyping.
Right, and he's always here with his kids when he can be.
Grind.
No, and even when he's home, he's not because of the schedule he's on. I see him maybe 15 minutes a day, and my daughter doesn't see him at all because when she's waking up to go to school, he's going to bed, and when she's coming home from school, he's already at work. He's the best dad I could have ever given my kids, but it's definitely, you're a single parent, like I don't see him. I talk to him
and that's just every day. It's not even.
It's every day. That's why I say deployment is easier because he has like an allotted time that he takes to call us. So I'd say that's definitely the hardest. And then the second hardest thing is family. Definitely family. I think family more for my kids' sake because my daughter, my sister is like her best friend. They are 2 peas in a pod. They used to live together when we lived in Oregon. My sister lived with us, so she's having a really hard time. So I can deal with it because I'm an adult, but it breaks your heart when you watch your kid. Like that's the second hardest part for sure. But on a lighter note, let's see. And do you support your spouse as a member of the? No, I don't support my spouse.
We don't.
Nope.
No.
Can't stand it. Yes, of course. That's not even a. It's a dumb question. Do you support your spouse as part of the military?
Half the time. I'm just kidding.
Anyways, that is all the questions that we had. Some of them were dumb, but you know, that's all the questions that we had. I hope you guys enjoy this. This is a really cool little military spouse thing that I found to do, and it was nice to get my friend on because I'm still not that great at making videos, but I'll get better. If you liked this, leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any video requests. And we'll see you later. And she'll be back on, don't worry. We'll probably do a vlog or something.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
It'll be a little easier.
Yeah.
So we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye y'all.
Today we're gonna do the military. So hot. Like, why is it always so hot here?
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Oh, thank you. How did that turn on?
I don't know.